Well, hello and welcome to the Alaska SeaLife Center for another Telequarium. Again, my name is Alex and I'm joined today by Haley, and we are here for another Sunday fish sketch. This is kind of becoming our little routine here. If this is your first time tuning in for a Sunday fish sketch, you're like, what is that? It's actually on Twitter. I know we're on YouTube right now. We just do a little draw along. But on Twitter, there is a hashtag Sunday Fish Sketch. And that is put on by Renee Martin. You can see her Twitter there up on the screen. And every week, usually on Friday, they post up a theme for that week's Sunday fish sketch. And then on Sunday, people share the drawings that they've done. So we definitely encourage you to follow along. You don't have to draw the fish we're going to be drawing today. You can draw any fish in the theme. And this week's theme is just colorful fish. There was kind of a debate Renee had between someone else online as to whether birds were more colorful or fish were more colorful, and she wanted us to show off fish colors. So that is what we are going to be doing. If you do decide to draw a fish for Sunday Fish Sketch, please share it online, share it on Twitter with that hashtag Sunday Fish Sketch, and you can also share it with our own little hashtag there, Telequarium, and that just lets us know that you followed along with us. So what fish are you going to be doing today, Haley?
I'm going to be doing a Canary Rockfish, which is one of my favorite fish that we have. They're really bright orange colored, so I thought that would be a good representative to show off that fun coloration in fish. So yeah, I'm going to be attempting to draw that one. What about you, Alex?
I think the Canary Rockfish is good for just being bright, right? That is a really nice bright orange fish. I'm going to be going for more just a scatter shot. I think probably the fish that we have here at the center with the most variety of color on its body, and that might be our rock greenling. This picture, it doesn't show the colors maybe that great, but I think it shows off that you get a rainbow. You honestly get like kind of red-orange down at the bottom. It goes up through yellow, and then it turns into like this blue-green up top. Just a gorgeous little rainbow of a fish. Really cool to see them darting around in our kelp forest tank here. We've got one. And I think that's something to point out, is that every week when we do Sunday Fish Sketch, we try to match that theme for that week with a creature found here, specifically a fish, I suppose, found here at the SeaLife Center, or at least one from Alaskan waters. So we have chosen these two today, and we're just going to be trying our best to draw. And that's really all that matters, is just trying your best with this. You don't have to be a fantastic artist or anything to participate in Sunday Fish Sketch. I certainly get by every week just kind of doodling just the most basic of fish. Today's going to be a little different. Usually we don't color them in.
Yeah, I don't think we've done that before, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't know that we've colored them in before. I think maybe like once or twice we did like a splash of color.
Only like a little bit, but never this much focus on color. So yeah, new challenge.
But the theme is colorful fish, so we're gonna show off some color. So I'll swap on over to my little drawing screen here, and Haley will get us on hers.
Game here. There we go.
And we'll just get started, trying our best.
Yep, as we do every week. Luckily, though, these fish are not real abnormal looking fish, so pretty more straightforward bodies, which makes life a little easier for us.
Yeah, you and I were discussing before we got on today that like the past couple themes have been really crafty. Like last week was imagine mermaid as just another type of fish. That was kind of interesting. And then there was one a couple weeks back where it was like famous art, but put a fish in it or replace the person with a fish or something like that. Was a little tough as well.
Yeah, that one was fun, but definitely challenging.
Yeah. So we were saying it's nice to just have standard fish for once, or not for once, but for recent history.
Yeah.
Having just kind of a standard fish. I'm realizing I'm looking at my reference here for the greenling. Its lips are kind of goofy. I always suffer with fish lips. I actually have my mermaid picture from last week. I did a mermaid as a flatfish.
Oh, great.
I just slapped like the goofiest lips I possibly could. Very kissy lips on the fish there. Someone was sad I didn't do like a clamshell bikini on it or something more traditionally mermaid, but yeah, that's what you get.
It's okay. Using the kissy lips to get all the sailors.
The kissy lips, that's it. If I was gonna color that one last week, I think I would have done that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna show yours. I'm gonna change over to your screen here.
I'm working on the face a little bit right now, so just some light sketching going on, but then we'll hopefully get in more detail here and hopefully some color.
I know I called you out on it last week. I was like, I can't see it, and it was like, well, it's because I'm very lightly tracing right now.
Because I'm not sure yet. If I had to draw everything in ink, things would look very different.
Yeah, we have lots of rockfish here at the center. The Canary Rockfish is probably just the brightest of them, I would say.
Yeah, I also like it because it's one that's really easy for me to identify. A lot of the rockfish are kind of cryptic. They're a lot of like browns and greens and grays sometimes, and sometimes they're very hard to tell apart from one another. But these guys are very obvious what they are.
Yeah, that's really true. It can be very difficult to tell them apart sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just some of them are very similarly colored, and then you've got something like the Canary Rockfish where there's really no mistaking it for another type of fish or another type of rockfish, just because it's got that bright orange yellow, and then it's got the really stark contrast of the lateral line running down its side, that sensory organ we've talked about before on here. You can actually see it running from kind of back behind the gills there all the way down to the tail. And that allows the fish to feel vibrations in the water. So, kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have as many greenlings here.
No, not as many. We at least have, at least 4 fish, maybe more.
I mean, just even numbers-wise, we don't. But let's see, we have the rock greenling, the kelp greenling.
Species-wise, yeah.
The masked greenling, and then there's some manner of spotted greenling, I believe, as well. But yeah. And this greenling, I love fish with, I don't know, I call them eyelashes. I never remember what they're actually called. They have like little feathery structures above their eyes.
Oh yeah, I think they're called cirri, but I could be wrong.
I think that's right, yeah. Blennies have them a lot.
Community don't be mad. But I think that's what it is.
Yeah, blennies have them a lot, which of course I'm a big fan of blennies. So, and we got a Lingcod here as well. That does that, has one. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to color this in. That's the scariest thing right now, I think.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I just mentioned the Lingcod. Lingcod is in the greenling family.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it's the little eyelashes that gave it away there for me.
Maybe.
I was like, you know what? I'm fairly certain. Trying to figure out how the gills are on here.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are tough. We've talked about the little gill cover structure there before, the operculum.
Right.
Just like a little door. And then, of course, inside that is where people are more familiar with kind of the blood red feathers of a gill.
Right. That's where all the gill filaments and stuff are.
Yeah.
The actual breathing part.
Yeah, the coloration on the kelp greenling here just always catches my eye anytime I'm walking by the enclosure here and I see it. It really just stands out with that coloration.
Yeah, super cool fish. Especially because I think a lot of people, when they think of colorful fish, think tropical fish, maybe not cold water fish. So it's cool that we got some cold water representatives.
Yeah, that's kind of something like, I'll say it, that when I came up here, I came from lower 48, and I don't think I ever really thought about it. I don't think I was specifically like, oh, Alaska doesn't have any colorful fish. I just wasn't expecting the amount of coloration that we have in a lot of our stuff. Even outside of fish. I mean, we've got invertebrates that have a lot of good color here as well.
Yeah, I think that's very similar to what I was kind of thinking too. Just didn't expect it.
Had to take away my pectoral fins there. I was not content with the pecs.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're just, I don't know. I've described them before because the wolf eel that we've done in the past kind of has them as well.
Yeah.
These like ruffles, that they've got going on. It's because they've got the little spines in them. But I made mine a little more fan shaped, I think, and I wanted them a little rounder.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll accept that. All right, I'll kick on over to mine here, and so people can see kind of what I've got going on. So far, I've got the.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. It's definitely the fan shape.
They've got a little bit of a longer body. It's not quite as like stout a body as a rockfish does. Rockfish just have like this tanky body.
Yep.
I love it. I love how tanky they are.
Mine came out pretty square, but I don't think that's entirely inaccurate.
No, it's not,
It's okay.
Yeah, they definitely have a more mermaid-esque tail, I guess. It's not pointy, I guess, but I always think of like these, it's almost like a paintbrush, like a wide paintbrush smooshed out, like that style of tail. You can see where I suffer. I did okay on the face today, and then the tail was just like, whatever. Just finish the tail.
That's okay.
It's like that.
You're like, it's fine.
Every time, it's always like one of those things where it's like how to draw, and it's like the horse, and it's like,
oh my God,
it's how much time.
Right, it's like draw a circle, draw a square, and then it's like a beautiful horse drawing.
Yeah, or there's one where it's it's a horse like sectioned out into quarters basically, like from left to right, and it's like I spent 3 hours drawing this quarter, and 2 hours drawing this quarter, and 1 hour doing this one, and then like 10 minutes drawing the last bit. So the back legs are like little stick legs basically on a really nice front half. That's my fish right now. Is just this
that's
little
great.
stick tail.
That's how much patience we have some days.
I'm digging yours. You've got a lot of good detail there. The little spiky plates over the gills.
Really like right here. Yeah, they have a very interesting shape to them. All right, now I gotta draw my pectoral fins. Rockfish have kind of little narrow pectoral fins. They're not quite as fan shaped.
think I'm just about done with my fins on here, and then I'm gonna do my traditional crosshatch for for my scales, and then I'll get to coloring them, I guess. So for those of you that hadn't seen that before, I think every week I'm like, for those of you who've never seen this, it's just really easy the way I do scales. I'm really lazy with it. Just kind of doing little lines like that, and then I'm just going to turn my paper 90 degrees and do them back the other way.
But hey, if it works, then it works.
Yeah. Yep. Whoa, except I can't figure out which way to turn it now. There we go. Yeah, we always include a link down in the description of the videos for Sunday Fish Sketch. We always include a link to the Twitter account, first of all, for Renee, so that anyone that does want to follow along, or maybe see things that have been done in the past, could go check that out. But we also have a link to like this little guide of how to draw a fish. And it is very nice. It's a nice little guide. It's got some good tricks and hints in there. So
Yeah.
There we go, my fish. It's got a little texture to it. Now I got to figure out the coloration on it. I'm going to go back to your rockfish. I'm digging that rockfish.
Thank you. I think I'm just about done with all of our fins here. And then I can probably start getting into color.
Do the coloring.
Soon.
Yeah, I got to break out the good old, I've got the Alaska SeaLife Center Education color pencils today. We're going to work our way through this and try to find the right color for my fish. The fins on my fish up top, they've got this like weird green blue. It makes me think like one time as a kid there was something where, I don't remember, it was a beverage. It was like like blue Gatorade or something like that mixed with Mountain Dew. I don't remember, because it took on this weird like neon blue-green hue. So that's all I can think of whenever I see this color now.
It's like blue Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but it's like weird neon blue. I need even more than that, I think. Yep, and then the Canary Rockfish, I think the thing I like the most about them, I mean, just besides being a rockfish, like I love that our rockfish are kind of large and in charge, and they just sort of sit and hover. A lot of them just hover around in the tank. But I think the thing I really like with the Canary Rockfish is just that stark contrast between their coloration and then their lateral line.
Yeah, that part. I just tried to draw that, but yeah, it's really striking. They have kind of some stripes on their face, and then their lateral line is all the way down the side of their body with that big white stripe.
Yeah, it works really well. You can see it here. I just tossed that up. And I'll show the other one we've got as well, because I love this one. Just the cranked up saturation really shows off that kind of orange splotchiness to it. But then I'll put up this other one we've got here, so folks at home can really see that lateral line just kind of cutting down on the side of the fish. All right, so I've got my blue, or I've got my green in there. I need a little more blue, I think. I'm never going to be content with this coloration, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You just got to get it out there. You just got to finish it, you know.
You could sit here and try to figure out the right colors all day.
Yeah. It's just about sharing these animals with Sunday Fish Sketch. Some people, I mean, there are, don't get me wrong, there are like killer artists that participate in Sunday Fish Sketch. I am not one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it's just fun to draw, fun to learn about these animals. And hopefully people enjoy it and draw along.
For anyone following along and being like, hey, yes, I am left-handed. I don't know, I just thought of it because we always try to like figure out how to not block the camera, which I want to say the very first Sunday fish sketch we did, there was actually 3 of us. There was the 2 of us, Haley and myself, and then Leo, who's an aquarist here at the SeaLife Center. And we had me on like the right side of the table as seen by the camera and Leo on the left side of the table. So of course, me being left-handed and him being right-handed, we were entirely just blocking our images as we were drawing them. So really, you could only see Haley's.
We realized that and we're like, oh, we should have flipped that.
All right, I need a yellow. That sound of people digging around in colored pencils.
It's drawing and ASMR.
All right, I gotta figure out how to do like this leopard pattern on here as well. It's not really, I don't know what it is. They've got like this little camo pattern going on. My greenling does, not this one yet. There we go.
Yeah, that part's tricky.
Yeah, fortunately it's actually kept really cool if you see it up close. I think like the edges of it are pretty much black, and then there's like sort of this really dark brown actually in there. So I think that's what I'll try to do, and it is going to turn out terribly, but we'll give it a shot here. First I need to actually finish out the coloration, and then I'm going to go over it with that pattern, I think. For the coloration, I want to add a little orange the further down the fish you get. Because that definitely seems to be kind of the way the coloration goes on it.
Yeah. The blue in the fins is really cool.
Yeah, I really like the blue they've got. I actually realized I didn't get that in the tail, and it's totally out there in the tail. So. All right. Yeah, it's just fun to kind of just relax and try to draw some fish as best you can. So I certainly encourage anyone that is watching along, just get out there and try to draw some fish. They don't have to be the fish we do, although, you know, we're not going to tell you don't draw Alaska SeaLife Center fish or Alaskan fish in general. But yeah, it's just kind of fun to see what you can get, see what you can do, what you can put together as far as a fish sketch goes. And a lot of times you learn about it. In this case, you might just pick your favorite fish, but sometimes they give you a theme you just don't know anything about that theme, and you kind of got to do a little bit of research.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to, like, I don't know, I gotta like figure out my pattern. Gotta figure out that pattern on here.
Yeah, it's tricky to tricky to decide how you're going to go about that.
I think I've kind of got a trick figured out here for it, so we'll see.
Nice.
We'll see how it goes. Yours is coming out real nice. I'm going to actually just take a look at that real quick. I like the dorsal fin. You got the spines going there.
They're kind of more yellow towards the top.
Yeah.
They just look like hot rod flames to me.
I was actually looking at a rockfish earlier on. I was looking at quillback earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Which they're fun. He just had his spines up the whole time. I don't know if he was just flexing or what, but he just had his spines up. All right. Now I get to cover most of the coloration of my fish. And coloration is an interesting thing in fish because sometimes, it's a mating display, but then other times you've got these fish that have like the camo patterns. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know. Like with the kelp greenling, with the rock greenling, and kelp greenlings have some cool coloration too. It almost seems like a mix between like I need splotchiness, I need camo to blend in, but it must also be just amazingly colorful to attract mates.
Yeah.
It's a really weird, like somewhere in between.
Combo.
Yeah. Like I must catch eyes, but also not catch eyes.
I mean, it makes sense. That happens in other animals too. Like
oh, for sure.
The ones that can pass on their characteristics but not die are the ones that are going to be better suited for their environment. So, like a happy medium. I'm not sure what the canary rockfish is doing. They're pretty bold, but maybe they're more territorial. I'm not sure.
Yeah, rockfish just kind of have this thing where like the whole goal is to just get too big to eat.
Yep.
Just get too big to swallow and you're okay.
They're just big and live a long time. And your patterning looks so good. I just looked up and saw it. It was awesome.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I think if I'd thought it through, I would have been able to fit more of these like splotches on there. But basically, yeah, I just went in, I kind of circled areas in black. Because like I said, on the actual fish, it seems like those dark areas are rimmed in black, but since the dark areas are really circling the colors, I just went in and colored that, and now I'm just going to fill in all the space in between with this
that's
brown.
smart.
So.
It's a good way to make the color still like continuous along the whole body.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I think I need to get in there and make the oranges and yellows a little more obvious, but that's for afterwards. That's future Alex's problem.
That's like final touches.
Yeah. We are just about done. So I've got to do my final touches and then wrap up. But we hope that you enjoy joining us on these. You may not draw a fish. I hope you do. But hopefully you come away knowing something about a couple of the fish that are here at the SeaLife Center. You can see both of these fish here at the center, but also in the waters of Alaska and elsewhere. Their ranges do extend a bit. But the SeaLife Center likes to, have animals of just Alaska. We don't really have animals that you would find, say, in like a tropical region or anything like that. Some aquariums really are just like, we're just going to have all ocean animals, and that's fine. That's perfectly cool. But the SeaLife Center, I always thought it was neat that they kind of really emphasized animals that live here.
Yeah, it is really neat. Especially because I feel like a lot of other aquariums may not have those animals. All right, I think I'm almost done.
I am digging both of these. This was a fun one today.
It came out good. Coloring was fun.
Go back in really quick and just touch up my colors. Yeah, the further down the fish you get, it seems like the more that yellow kind of becomes like an orange.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I finish up mine here, and it looks like yours has come along really well. I'm going to switch over to yours for folks at home.
Pretty much done there.
Hope everyone has enjoyed another Sunday Fish Sketch with us here at the SeaLife Center. As always, if you're liking this sort of programming, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we try to get some Alaska videos up here and there. We would love to do more. If you would love to support the Alaska SeaLife Center's mission, that's always great. And you can learn more about our mission of generating and sharing scientific knowledge, promoting understanding and stewardship of Alaska's marine ecosystems. You can learn more about all of that down at there's a link in our description there for the Alaska SeaLife Center's website. That is alaskasealife.org. And that actually should take you to our donation page there as well if you are interested in supporting our mission. If you like this sort of programming that we provide here, or maybe you visited the SeaLife Center in the past, maybe you'd like to visit it in the future, we certainly appreciate the support that our audiences give us. So, cool. Well, there we go. We got our two colorful fish. We'll slap our hashtags on there, which again is Alaska SeaLife Center. Or excuse me, it's not Alaska SeaLife Center. It is Telequarium, hashtag Telequarium, and then also hashtag Sunday Fish Sketch. I just realized I forgot to do like a weird little lip fold on my fish here. I was like, oh, I forgot to do that. So I'm just going to get him.
Oh, yours came out great.
I think
I love the coloring.
Okay.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, he came out all right. I'm not disappointed with this one.
No.
Some days I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. We got our fish. Both of these fish are rocking it. They are just good looking fish. We got our Canary Rockfish, and we've got our rock greenling. And with that, we will bid you farewell, and thank you once again for joining us here at the Alaska SeaLife Center for another Telequarium program and also another Sunday Fish Sketch with Haley and myself. My name is Alex Havens, and I hope that we'll see you again. So long.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.